Welcome to Movie Review Central. I am your host, Sebastian Mercado. I appreciate everyone tuning in today. I'm sure many of you have read my blog already. For those that haven't, I hope it's because you were just unaware I had posted it and didn't just swipe past. I'm kidding. All jokes aside, for those of you who weren't able to read my blog post, you saved yourself a lot of time in reading. For those that did read my blog post, thank you. For today's vlog, I'm going to summarize what I wrote about in my blog post. Unfortunately, I will not be covering every single movie that I talked about in my blog. You have to tune into my blog and read about those. That's a little incentive for those that have already read the blog post. Now that we've got the intro out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about my 3 favorite movies that I discussed in my blog. Movie number 1 on my list is going to be Sinister because it is one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. Sinister consists of a paranormal entity named Boohoo who possesses children to kill their family. Edison Oswald, a crime author, has relocated his family to a town in Pennsylvania in order to be closer to where his next novel is based upon. Stephanie Stevenson, a missing teenage girl, is the case's public face. What Ellison hasn't told his family is that the hangings of Stephanie's family members happened in the backyard they just moved into. Ellison finds a box of Super 8 home videos and supporting equipment in the attic of their house. Now that we got a short summary of the movie, let me give my experience with the film. When I first saw this film, it scared the life out of me. I was 13 years old and I was sleeping over at my friend's house. He has a movie shop near his house and we always go there to rent movies. We saw trailers of Sinister and the trailer itself was extremely scary and for some reason, we still wanted to rent it. So we did. And to this day, it is the scariest movie I've ever seen. I still remember not being able to sleep that night because I feel like I could see the scary Boo-Goo. It doesn't help that my friend has a window in his room the size of his entire wall, with no curtain. I was scared for days and had nightmares, but I still don't regret watching it because it was just an amazing scary movie. On to my second favorite movie from the list, and that is John Wick. John Wick consists of an expert retired hitman who receives one last present from his beloved wife, a precious puppy to help John find a new purpose in life now that she is gone. But Wick is brought back to the world of violence when Isov Tarasov pays Wick a visit, steals his car, and kills his puppy. The infamous hitman will be forced to reveal his carefully guarded identity. John, blinded by vengeance, will launch a carefully planned maelstrom of destruction against a sophisticated kingpin, Viggo Tarasov. Now that we got a short summary of the movie, let me give my experience with the film. John Wick is just a classic bad man. He fights people with his bare hands and a handgun. There are no superpowers, no heavy machine gun, no hiding in rooftops. He goes straight to where the bad guys are, in their home, and just destroys them. His use of his handgun throughout the movie is very iconic. He uses his handgun as a melee weapon as well. He seems to never miss a shot and is always on point. He also uses it to punch on his enemies by smacking them with it. Not only that, but let's not forget the iconic reloading of the gun, which he seems to do right after he's killed a group of enemies. Just awesome. On to my third and final favorite movie from the list, Superbad. Superbad consists of 2 high school seniors who are virgins. They've been best friends since they were children, and now they are about to graduate. They are pretty much outcasts in their high school, but that won't stop them from trying to lose their virginity to the prettiest and most popular girls in their school. When one of the most popular girls at school asks them if they could get alcohol for a party, they say yes, even though they aren't of age, and must ask one of their mutual friends who has a fake for help. Unfortunately, things do not go as planned, and now they must go through a tough journey in order to obtain and deliver the alcohol to the party. Now that we got a short summary of the movie, let me give my experience with the film. Superbad, in my opinion, is an instant classic when you think of comedies. I love how there's like 2 different stories in one movie. One story, 2 virgins are doing anything they can to get alcohol for a party, while they think their other friend was arrested by cops for trying to use a fake ID. Then in the other story, that friend who they think was arrested is actually experiencing the time of his life, tagging along with cops and their nightly routine. And those are my 3 favorite movies from my blog, Sinister, John Wick, and Superbad. We have a horror movie, an action movie, and a comedy. You can't go wrong with either movie. I promise you will be entertained from start to finish in each movie. Thank you all for tuning in with me today. This was Sebastian Mercado with Movie Review Central. You have a nice night. Thank you.